We're back on Campaign de Cuellar. So much happened today, but I guess we should do a little recap first.
Yes,
of
sorry.
The week.
Comments being crazy. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, Comet's here.
All right.
He's a co-host as well. I did 2 shifts, 2 ER shifts, and then I went to the Hidalgo Stark County Medical Society Gala on Saturday. And then I went to a Loteria event for someone who's running for Hidalgo County Democrat chair.
Mm-hmm.
That is Pete. And it was interesting because I thought there were a lot of people there, and it gave me more of a sense of the community. And I see that a lot of the culture here is giving back to your community. So if you're running for office, it's good to have events where you show that you give back to the community. There's a lot of poverty here. The Loteria event had prizes, some TVs, some crock pots, things like that. So I think it's a way of showing that you care about your community, and hopefully that if elected, you're going to care about your community and give back as well.
Yeah, there's beauty in the chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of chaos.
Speaking of chaos. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, we had a day today. So we were in Weslaco most of the day. And then while there, looking for an office, we found out that the gerrymandered map has been struck down by federal court.
So we were looking at one of the sites, and then we got this, our phones were blowing up.
Right. A lot of people were texting and calling because of this breaking news that essentially we're back to the map that I filed for. So I already knew about this map, July 17th. This was a 2021 map. And so this is what we planned for all along. Then we get thrown in a wrench, essentially, that it's a new map. And then we're back to the original map. But at the same time, this is going to be appealed to the Supreme Court. So we're not sure if it's going to reverse back. This is only one part of the chaos that has been occurring. But what they don't realize is that the people of Texas, the people of District 15 are very resilient.
Yep. Game on, buddy.
I mean, it was the original game that I signed up for.
Yeah.
It's interesting as a candidate because you campaign under a map, then the map changes, so you campaign under that new map, and then you're back to the old map. And I don't know if it's going to switch back again. So what do we do about this? I mean, essentially what we've always done, which is work hard and just roll with the punches.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It is what it is.
I mean, it's still a valley district. And I think even though some people say that there are some differences, I really think that valley people are a breed of our own.
Mm-hmm.
You can change the lines, but it's still a valley district at the very bottom. That's the majority of the population. It changes at the top, essentially. So we have communicated with people under both maps at the top of the district, but we hadn't really met the people in person with the 2021 map, which we're going to be back on.
Right.
So it's chaos, right? Because we've spent time meeting people at the top of the district under the new map, and now we have to spend time meeting people at the top of the district under the old map. It's just chaos. But like I said, this is the Trump-Monica De La Cruz administration, an administration of chaos, an administration of instability. Yeah, this even goes back to tariffs, right? Yeah, tariffs one day, and then, oh, no, tariffs the next. It's going back and forth. Instability is bad for the economy. It's bad for people's mental health. It's just bad in general.
Because the people then don't know who to lean on.
Right. I mean, they don't even know how to go about their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the Trump-Monica De La Cruz administration. And I disagree with anyone saying that this race is a race against Monica De La Cruz. It is a race against Monica De La Cruz, but Monica De La Cruz is a Trump puppet. She's inextricably tied to Trump. So it's a Trump-Monica De La Cruz battle here. It's not just us versus Monica De La Cruz. It's us versus Trump and Monica De La Cruz.
Mm-hmm. The real problem.
Well, I mean, the real problem, I think, is Trump. Because Monica De La Cruz is just going to fall in line with whatever Trump does.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump could suddenly reverse course on something, and all of a sudden Monica De La Cruz is going to reverse course.
She's like J.D. Vance, too.
She's like a lot of Republicans. And I'm talking about elected officials. I feel like the people are different. The people are more willing to say, hey, these tariffs are hurting. Healthcare is unaffordable, and they're willing to change their minds a lot more than the elected officials. Because the elected officials, in general, just want to stay in power. So speaking of Monica De La Cruz specifically, and how she falls in line with Trump, now Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying that the Republicans are gaslighting the American people.
Hmm.
So that's
Interesting.
interesting because Trump and Monica De La Cruz are gaslighting the American people. They're saying that things are good. Trump specifically is saying prices are down when they're really not for the most part. So when is Monica De La Cruz actually gonna get a spine?
Got a question.
I don't think ever, personally.
Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene has actually some respect. I give her respect because, when your leader is messing up, you have to say it. You have to be, there's a loyalty to country, not to party.
Want a loyalty to your district.
Right.
I think Marjorie Taylor Greene has really gone out of her way to say, hey, this is hurting my district, the people in my district, so I've got to speak out. But Monica De La Cruz is never going to do that. I mean, as far as I know. Now, if she changes course, that would be great, but I don't see it happening right now. And I do want to speak further on Monica De La Cruz specifically, because now she's forwarding a bill for a VA hospital for the Valley. Now, that's great. I love that idea, and I actually brought up that idea at a recent candidate forum. But why did it take so long? Is it just to win votes or because you actually care about the people? Because I feel like in general she's been ineffective. She really hasn't done much as far as really visionary bills. And now all of a sudden she wants to forward this bill for a VA hospital.
That's like today when we spoke to some of your voters about how important it's going to be for you to also come back, should you make it to office during that time,
Right.
to still be engaged with the community.
Sure, showing up for the photo ops and showing up for like the establishment events and things like that, but not showing up for the people in the same way. And so that's why it's important, I think, to have anti-establishment candidates who really understand that the people are the most important and not other elected officials and looking cool. I also want to talk about Monica de la Cruz posting a beautiful picture of her family. I'll give her that. She has a beautiful family. She's a great mother, it seems to me. But the message was that she essentially is for opportunity so that people can achieve the American dream. That's absolutely false. She's done nothing to improve the opportunity in this district. She has done nothing to fight the Trump administration. They have, and we talked about this today actually, they have specifically gone after our people
Mm-hmm.
with their anti-DEI policies that really have been laser focused on people in our district, people who are minorities, people who are women, people who are in poverty. They've gone after Hispanic serving institutions. They've gone after our hardworking immigrants.
Well, I think because we were speaking about, both of us have lived on the East Coast before, and both of us have experienced visualizing and understanding the opportunities that some regions get and ours does not.
Right. So what we talked about before, and talked about today as well, when I was talking to a voter, was that we've experienced being on the East Coast, being outside of the Valley,
Mm-hmm.
and realizing that we weren't really surrounded by people that are smarter than people here. We're surrounded by people who had been prepped better or who had opportunities. So it's very much a myth that we don't have the talent, we don't have the intelligence here. We absolutely have it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that we don't have the prep, we don't have the opportunities. And it even goes to maybe even having a bad family situation where you've got to help your family and you can't leave. So there are a lot of reasons why we sometimes don't achieve as much as we could. It's not anything to do with our innate abilities. A good analogy would be it's like we show up to a game, but we don't have all the pieces or we don't have the equipment. So, I could show up with, a wooden bat and everyone else has top of the line hybrid aluminum bat or something like that. I don't know. This just makes me very angry. It makes me very angry because that goes back to the why of why I want to be in Congress. Um, for me, I want to pay it forward. I had an amazing public education. I had help with federal loans, scholarships, WIC program growing up. In general, I got enough of an opportunity so I could get into college, I could get into medical school, and I could work hard and make it. And now we have a Trump administration and Monica De La Cruz who are specifically making it harder for people. They're making it to where it's harder for people from this district to get into a good school, to get a good scholarship. They're taking away healthcare, and that can affect the entire family and make it to where someone doesn't have the opportunity to go somewhere because they have to help their family. The big beautiful bill specifically limited graduate student loans, and that is going to make it even harder for some of our people. For me, it's really important to have a fighter like me to fight for people to have the opportunity, because there are a lot of other kids like me, and I want other kids to have the opportunities that I had.
Yeah, that's a very good reason what we need in office. Okay, I think that wraps it up for today. It's a
Okay.
lot because we have a lot of
Yeah.
work to do.
Right. Now with this redistricting decision,
Right.
things have changed.
And if you guys have questions for Dr. Cuellar, you can always call in at 956-320-9073.
And don't forget to go to drquedforcongress.com and donate.
Bye. We'll see you next time.
Until next time.